inside her hips. If I bring my knee line inside her hips, she could take my back because my hip is exposed. Under. The concepts I want to explain to you now is my positioning of my inside leg and my outside leg. This is so crucial in berimbolo, and this is what's going to make you able to take the person's back, or they're going to get out and possibly attack your legs. So the first thing I'm going to say is I want you guys to pay attention to my feet. You never see my feet like this. Always you'll see my feet flexing this. The reason being is when I flex my foot like this, I access my calf and leg muscles here. I have access to all these muscles that I could put pressure on her hip with. And now with this foot, I'm always hooking her body like this. So I can pull her more too. And when I flex my foot like this, I have access to use my knee on her hip like this. If my foot's bent like this, you see I have zero pressure on her body. But when I use my foot, I have pressure on her hip. Now notice, now I'm going to explain to you what I'm doing with my legs. So this inside leg, if my knee line is in, attack a knee bar, I'm exposing myself to a knee bar. Whenever we're doing anything with legs, whenever our knee line, which is this point of our knee, goes inside the person's body, they could attack our legs with a knee bar. So I'm always paying attention to that, keeping my knee line out. I could bring my knee in, no problem, but you see how some of it is out, it's not in like this. The second it's in like this, she could attack my leg. So I'm wary of that, and I'm keeping my knee, the back of my knee, hammering her leg like so. This foot is always hooking, and my knee line also is not in. Inside her hips. If I bring my knee line inside her hips, she could take my back because my hip is exposed. Inside her hips. If I bring my knee line inside her hips, she could take my back because my hip is exposed. Inside her hips. If I bring my knee line inside her hips, she could take my back because my hip is exposed. So I protect myself by leaving my knee on the outside of her hip. So now I'm safe from her taking my back as well. So my feet are hammering. I have my hip grip or the collar grip, depending on what I'm doing. Palm up, right? Palm up on the hip grip. This leg for now, we're going to control this, but there's so many various grips that I'm going to explain to you guys here. Switching to here, switching our grip to here, switching our grip to here. There's so many different grips. So, but I just need you guys to understand the positioning of my legs before we move on. So my knee is never in like this. It's the most I could do is my knee line like this because I'm hammering. You see, I'm safe. This foot is hammering and it's opening. So I put pressure with my knee behind her hip like this.